You clicked on this video because your business is a grind and you're struggling to get things off the ground. There's no systems in place. You don't know what to focus on. First and foremost, let me just say you're not alone. This has been a huge problem that I've faced being a solo entrepreneur, trying to do everything myself, create all of my content, do all of the sales, organize the back end of the business, focus on having a great product, focusing on doing the financials and the accounting and the bookkeeping and everything that goes with running your own online business. So what I want to share with you in this video is just some things that have helped me focus on the right things. Now, if you are grinding and you're working ridiculous hours and your business is not growing, you're probably working on the wrong things. So in this video, I'm just going to detail the things that I focus on and I prioritize in order to get some clarity in my life so I'm not grinding myself on the grindstone and actually getting nowhere. All right, so these are the things that have helped me turn the dial in my business so I can run a successful online business without being famous. All right, we out here, we got 200 followers on YouTube and just over 1,800 followers on Instagram. We're trying to prove to everyone who watches these videos that you don't need to be famous to have a great business. Now, when I first started out as a solo entrepreneur, I really struggled with all of this, and I have a tendency to overwork myself. All right, if I don't know what to do, I just grind. I'm like, okay, well, give me a to-do list, and I'll just sit down and I'll grind. For the longest period of time, that grinding actually got me nowhere, and it probably took me back a few steps. And if I had just prioritized properly, maybe things would have been different. A story that really helped me unlock this in my life was from, I believe it was Brené Brown, probably screwing that up, but she has this office space where all of her employees work from. And she has all of the directors and the visionaries of the business and the brand. They sit upstairs, all right? That's where the mission control is. That's where they all work. And then downstairs, they have the designers, the accountants, all of the people that work on the details of the business. And one day, one of the designers went up to her and said, look, I'm really struggling. I'm feeling burnt out. I'm working on all of these things and I just don't know what to do. I'm like losing hope. I'm losing motivation. And so what she did was she walked that person upstairs into the upper part of the office where everyone works on the vision and the big picture thinking of the brand, the partnerships, everything. And she showed that employee the vision of the business. And in that process of showing the person the vision of the business, she took that person out of the details of what they were doing so they could see the bigger picture. And in seeing the bigger picture, it gave purpose and it gave focus to what she was doing downstairs. So she could go back downstairs and she could focus on doing what she was doing, knowing that she was working towards a greater purpose for the business. Now, the same thing happened with someone who was working upstairs, focusing on the vision and the direction of the business all the time, working on 3 to 5 year time horizons. That person said, I don't feel like we're getting anywhere. I don't feel like we're making any action. So she said, all right, walk with me downstairs. And she took them downstairs into the details, the designers, the accountants, the people who are on the ground working with their clients. And she showed them, look at all the actions that are happening that are driving this business towards this overarching vision that we're moving towards. And that then gave that person, the director of the business, more inspiration to focus on steering the business in the right direction. And the point of that story is that if you're spending too much time in the details, you need to remind yourself why you are doing it. And if you're worried about things not actually moving in the right direction, you need to crack on with some actions. You need to actually start doing some of the details and you need to start moving the dial in the right direction. And I really love that story because as solo entrepreneurs, that is us. That whole thing, the upstairs, the downstairs, the details, the vision, that's all happening up here most of the time for us. And so if I start to feel burnt out and stressed all the time, I know that I'm probably spending too much time editing. I'm spending too much time in the DMs. I'm spending too much time in the details of the business, and I need to remind myself why I am doing this. And the same goes to if I'm worried about lack of progress, I need to start turning the dial and start actually doing the actions that I've been talking about. And so I actually felt that last week. So I got into a boardroom, got a whiteboard out, and I started drawing and reminding myself what the vision of my business is. Why am I doing this? And so right after that, I felt a huge surge of energy and I felt inspired to get back into the details again. And so the point that I want to get across to you is that as the CEO of your business, you need to be able to fluidly move from focusing on the vision of your business and then actually implementing the actions needed to move towards that. Now, we call that your vision, your brand's vision. Where are you going? What is the thing that's going to light a fire under your ass that makes you drive through those challenging times? What is that big vision of yours? And then once you have that big vision, what is the mission? What are the actions that you need to take in order to move to that big vision? Now, if you're struggling with these things and if you don't know what these things are in your own brand and your own business, then we've created a very simple 5-step guide on how you can actually go out, find out what your vision is, find out what the mission is, and find out what you actually need to be working on a daily basis. You can download that in the description of this video and you can access it for free. I hope it is helpful. There's some cool exercises in there that will give you this clarity so you can focus on the details and you can actually drive things towards the overarching vision you're moving towards. But what I want to share with you right now is whenever things come into doubt for me, I always focus on these 3 areas. And these are the core areas as the CEO of your own business that you need to be focusing on. The first is product, the second is marketing, and the third is sales. All right, these are the 3 most high value things that you can possibly focus on in your business today. And so what we say to all of our clients that we work with is once you know the vision, you know the details that need to happen, is committing to excellence in your product. Make sure that you are delivering an excellent service to your clients and that your clients are happy first and foremost. We always try to optimize for our clients' success and our clients' happiness. We don't worry about virality. We don't worry about any of that stuff. We just worry about delivering an excellent service to our clients. And we know that if we do that, the rest of our business will take care of itself. Once we've got that thing sorted and we're focusing on excellence on our product, we move to a commitment to consistency in our marketing efforts. All right, so simply sticking to the cadence that we've set out for ourselves, whether that's 3 posts a week or 5 posts a week, whatever that is, as long as we're getting our content out for the week and we're marketing through our emails and we're doing the strategy, our marketing strategies that we've implemented and we've set from the beginning, then I know that we're moving in the right direction. And the third thing is a commitment to persistence with your sales efforts. All right, if you are the CEO of your business, being a good salesperson is a key skill that you need to develop. All right, and so when I say persistence, I mean being able to take 10, 20 to even 100 rejections and still be able to move forward and still continue with the sales activity that you're doing. Because if you're not hitting your sales targets and your sales goals, you're not getting your offer in front of enough people. It's as simple as that. What I just want to leave you with is something that's really helped me when I am focusing on these things, these different elements of the business. It's very easy to start focusing on things like, oh my goodness, I'm not getting enough testimonials. Oh my goodness, I'm not going viral on social media. Oh my goodness, I'm not hitting my sales targets. If you are stressing about those things, you're going to be in a constant state of stress, anxiety, and fear. And so what I've found to be the most helpful thing in this is to stop anchoring my self-esteem to the results and the products of what I'm doing and start anchoring my self-esteem to my daily actions. All right, if I know that I've posted my content for the day, I've sent my DMs, I've done my client check-ins, if I know I've hit those actions, I sit back and I say that was a good day. And I trust that the results will come in due time. All right, focus on the inputs that you can control and not the outputs that are coming. Because the problem with that is oftentimes you will expect quick results. You'll expect things to start turning around in a week's time. Where in actual fact, generally speaking, it takes a longer time for those inputs to materialize. All right, so make sure you have clarity on the inputs with your product, your service, your marketing, and your sales, and trust that in time, this will pay dividends. I hope this video helped. Subscribe for more of these kinds of videos, and I'll see you on the next one.